Hello and welcome to the All-in-One theme. In this video I'm going to show you step 6 of the All-in-One theme, and this is really the final step. After this you have a fully optimized, SEO friendly, great looking WordPress site ready for you to be up and running, getting traffic and monetizing that traffic or converting that traffic into some particular function or mechanism to generate income from your site. So let me just go through step 6, and this is plugins. WordPress out of the box needs a little help. It needed to be styled, which we did on. It needs to be configured first of all. It needs to be structured properly. It needs to be styled in a certain way. You need to finalize it because you got to make sure that you have a terms of service and privacy policy, all these other types of things that don't really come with WordPress. We've given you a way to monetize it, but we got to make sure that we make a few little tweaks to it through the use of plugins so that it performs in the most optimal manner possible. And so we do that through these four main areas. You have SEO plugins, security plugins, monetization plugins, and then there's a few additional plugins here. So really, what does this mean? Plugins are nothing more than a little bit of code that you can click a button and it's automatically inserted into your site, and then your site will now perform a certain function. One of those things, and these are really important, is from an SEO standpoint. Now, these are all very powerful plugins. Now, the two that we really recommend that you use at a minimum are these two right here, the Google XML Sitemap and the All-in-One SEO Pack. Now, we encourage you to go check out these sites themselves, these plugins themselves, and for any specific configurations or anything like that, they can walk you through it. But really, installing it is very simple. So like I said, we recommend at a minimum you do these two right here. So if we click on just Google XML Sitemap, which in essence is it's a map of your website for Google. Very important. So let's just click on install now. Watch what happens. It takes us installing the plugin. All you got to do is you got to click on this link right here, activate the plugin. The plugin is activated. You can see the only plugins we have right now are these two plugins, and that's it. So now it opened this in a new window, so I'm just going to close that and go back to where I was. So now let me do the All-in-One SEO Pack. Click on that. Here it is. I'm going to activate it. It's very easy. Anybody can do this, right? Now with this one, there is one little thing here that we got to do, and that is we have to make sure that we go in here to the All-in-One SEO Pack, and I'll show you this. I go to set. Let me just show you a little bit better. Settings. I'm going to go down to All-in-One SEO. Right, and I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to enable it. Very simple, which means turn it on. And then I suggest you fill out this homepage title, description, some keywords, and really this is where you would describe your homepage title, best answers to the most frequently asked questions, whatever. And you want to use good SEO related keywords in this. Right? And then that's really it. That's all you got to do. Don't mess with anything else. Right? Now, if you want to learn quite a bit more about it, you can read all through this and get a very thorough understanding. You see they have a support link right here. You can translate it, but this is one of the most popular plugins on the internet. And so then let's just hit update options. That's it. So, now these other ones, I encourage you to check it out and see a little bit more about it, but those two at a minimum. Let's look at the security plugins. These are two very important plugins that we strongly recommend that you use. Let's activate it. That's it. Let me close that tab, go back, firewall, activate it. That's it. Monetization plugins. Now if you don't want to use the plugins that we've given you, this is a way right here, WP 125. If you've probably seen on some blogs where over on the side they have little square ads, that's because they have this plugin right here. So you can always use that one. If you want to get real crazy and do lots of different formats with your AdSense ads, you can use this plugin right here. I'm not going to install them because I'm just using all the default settings that come within the All-in-One theme. You can also look here at more plugins. There's these two right here. This WP Super Cache is a great way to speed up the load time of each of your pages. I encourage you to check it out. Now, one thing about this particular plugin, and really any kind of caching plugin, is it can cause conflicts with other plugins that are out there. So just FYI, if you install this plugin and then you notice there's another plugin that's not working, one of the things you might try first is to come and deactivate this plugin. And then this is another good plugin. It's a way to actually back up your database on a regular basis. So I encourage you to go through and maybe read a little bit more about these. You can always look inside our membership area. We'll have a little bit more information, but really there's a lot of information that you can get on these from inside WordPress. You'll also notice that we have there's a little hover information that you just hover over it and it'll tell you a little bit more about each individual plugin, so you can get a thorough understanding about what it does and how it works. So it's very simple to get going. Step 6, once you've done what I just did, your site is ready to go. You have a beautiful site. If you've gone through all the tabs, you have a beautiful site. You have it configured, you have categories, you have it structured properly, and now you have the plugin set up to really add that extra boost to it. And as I shared with you before, at any point in time you can come back and change any of the settings. So if you set something up, you don't like what you see, you can change it later just by going back to the all-in-one theme settings and navigating to the correct tab. Super simple. I hope to see you inside our members area as well as in our other videos, and I hope you see how powerful using the all-in-one theme really is.